We have to approve the minutes from the last annual
We
meeting.
go.
You got them? The public needs them, because they're the ones that approve them.
No, we were gonna sell, we were gonna buy this house and sell it, we did, and so we had this huge mountain. Try to see.
Yes.
Or you can just read them if you don't want to make copies.
So they had done that, we did a bunch of loans, we did some all of ours, and then boys got theirs off. I was so at least you had that. Yep, we decided to just redeem.
It's your anniversary.
We'd already
No,
bought
for her birthday.
for the new people coming in.
Wow, no, they don't.
So it's like we need them stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, you can go ahead and get the meeting started. Start with the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Alright, anything else coming? Alright. So I'll go through the budget, and all the pages on the budget are the same. So the general fund, the first column that you will see on the first page it says general fund at the top. That was the original budget for 25-26. The darkened second column is the amended budget for 25-26, and then the darkened column at the far right will be the proposed budget for 2026-2027. We will be approving last year's budget, amended budget today, and we will be approving the proposed budget for the general fund and the rubbish fund today, but we will not be doing fire and ambulance until after the election for the millage in August. So the first page starts, the first couple pages talk about general fund. General fund is in the revenue and expenditures, and then they are broken down in the preceding pages. Broken down into expenditures would be broken down like supervisors, clerks, treasurers, parks and rec, board review, all that, all the way down, coinciding with these. Income is, we have basically three major sources. We have local shared revenue, state shared revenue, and federal shared revenue. Federal shared revenue we don't get much from. State is our second, and local is our property taxes. That is the majority of what we get. All of our funds are in very good shape. We have, even with next year's proposed budget, we still have plenty of fund equity in all four funds. And then fire and ambulance, really nothing has changed in any of the budgets except for parks and rec. We went from $120,000 back to our normal $20,000 budget because we're done with the beach wall project, and we do not have a wall or any large project scheduled for the parks this year. Besides that, that's my explanation of the budget, but we are very fiscally sound right now. So we can open up public comment, and I will get my bills real quick. Yeah, just hide your hands. All right. Remind everybody we've got 3 minutes, and if you would like, this public comment is about the budget. If you want to have public comment about any other thing, that would be during the annual meeting. Okay? Because there's public comment in the annual meeting also. Okay. All right. This is the sign-in sheet.
I'm so sorry.
That's all right. Only one signed up, Joanne Montgomery.
Okay, so I have a few comments, I guess, questions, comments. I know you don't have to answer questions. I guess I'm trying to understand the long-term forecasting that's utilized for these salaries. what are the fiscal advantages of skipping annual cost of living adjustments in favor of larger multi-year catch-up increases? Specifically, what advantage is there to deferring raises to a single 4 or 5 year cycle, given that it creates a more significant concentrated impact on the budget down the road that predictable annual incremental adjustments would?
I can answer that one, because last year we said we would not be going for any budget, any raises this year.
There was,
Last year, we made a comment that we would not be going for any raises for a couple of years, and then we would look at cost of living raises or CPI raises.
there was discussion that that would be looked at.
Yes, and we decided as a group not to do that this year.
Oh, because that wasn't in a public meeting, where you decided as a group that we weren't
I
going to do
decided
that.
we
You
would keep
decided.
moving forward, because I made a comment last year that we would not ask for any raise this year. So it wasn't even a topic of conversation, because that statement was made last year at the annual meeting.
Okay, so is it still under consideration to do that in the future?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so would there be advantages to it, or to do
Most
them annually?
all other townships in the county that I have talked to do a CPI raise every year.
They do?
Yeah,
Okay,
there's a maximum of 2% or 3%. I think Onekama's is 3%.
right.
I think Madison Township is 2.5% or something like that. Yeah.
So the specific reason it wasn't done this time was because you didn't want it to? You said, because you said
I
you weren't
promised
going
the
to,
people
because
that
you,
we were
yeah,
correcting
okay.
in a large amount last year, and we would not do it, and you were here for that, so, okay.
Excuse me, this
Go
isn't
ahead.
personal, I'm still, yeah. Why are you making this personal?
No,
Okay, please don't.
you are. With you
I'm trying to
decided, when you
understand,
said
oh,
you decided.
I'm not gonna argue with you, okay, is there, still, plans to put in a pavilion at the beach, and will there be a handrail on the concrete ramp?
Undecided, I think, no, we decided any of that. The plans are there, but the builder's not available.
The pavilion was approved,
The builder's not available this time.
I'm sorry, the
The builder is not available.
builder not available, okay.
I didn't do a sign, I can't do it.
Okay,
Oh, I'm sorry,
I'm still
I'm
going.
done, Joanne.
Where's the board, you know, looking at the budget, I can't tell if it's been budgeted. Placement of marking pins at the cemeteries that were approved several years ago, along with improved records management that was, I believe, being worked on by yourself or your wife.
By myself, and it's still being worked on. We are still finding data every day, every time we go out there and get a chance.
And the pins?
They have not been ordered yet, because we're not at that stage.
Okay, and then at a recent meeting, there was discussion regarding how to fund a seasonal worker to assist in the maintenance throughout the township. And I would like to propose the following, that a seasonal zoning administrator from May to October would be hired, and a seasonal maintenance person from May to October. That would fund it, because you wouldn't have your zoning person the full year, so it would only be a 6-month. There's nothing that goes on in the winter, nor is there anything that goes on in the winter, basically, that one person couldn't handle in maintenance. And that savings for mowing could also be utilized by the seasonal maintenance person.
Okay, thank you. All right, next.
I just want a clarification under the clerk's supplies. It said a new shredder. I thought it was supposed to be a printer, or is it a combo? Or...
No, that was something else that we had to get. That was earlier. It was a paper shredder that we had to buy, because we were cleaning our own records and everything has to be destroyed.
Yeah.
There's a, what do you call it, a retention schedule. And after you hold a document for the retention schedule, you need to destroy it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's what that was.
Oh, okay,
It was,
thank you.
large
That's
part.
all.
Yep.
I can sign that later if you want me to.
Anyone else?
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Just a couple, I just got to look at this morning, and just a couple of things. In, under the expenditures, item 100, the budgeted item was 21.8. The actual expenditure was almost 38, and the budgeted for next year is 29. Is that, am I reading that correctly?
Yep.
How did the 37 or the 37.9 figure come to be?
Well, one was the shredder, and then, because you look at the breakdown further, and then there's even one of the big one was the audit was a little bit larger than normal, and then we had large damage to our, to some equipment.
So those are one-time expenses?
Yeah, one-time expenses.
Okay.
They were just some freak things that happened.
Okay, under operations and maintenance, it went from 66 to almost 76 for the actual. And next year is budgeted back to, 67 or 68. So what was extraordinary this year under that item, it's item 265?
Well, part of that is we don't budget for the 4th of July. And in that operations and expenses under subline 101-265-800-01 is 4th of July, and it had a 0 amount on it. Because we start with 0, because we don't know if that group's gonna raise the money or not, so we don't budget for it, and when they turn it in, so they turn in a check for 75, then they turn in a check for another 25, and when we pay that out, that's when we put that 10,000 in there.
Seriously? You don't budget $75,000 in the budget for something that costs that much?
No, 10,000. We don't know if they're gonna raise it or not.
Oh, yeah, 10,000, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
When it's returned, because it's not budgeted, it's not an item that we are doing, it's like a gift that's given to the township and then
I
we
see.
pass it on, that's all.
So,
Because it has to be paid through the township so that we are covered under our insurance, bro.
Okay,
Bro,
okay.
Yeah.
I think,
Because I'm gonna clarify that a little bit more for you, because there was a point where we didn't know if the fireworks were gonna get funded this year, and they
Yeah.
would have pulled the check and not had them this year. But a lot of wonderful people came up and produced the money, and we were able to get Billy McFadden was able to come up with the full 10,000, so we put it in.
I see,
So,
I
yeah.
see. And that's gonna be the same situation next year?
Yeah.
Okay. Delinquent property tax is another one, item 101-411. That's another huge number that,
We don't get that every year, do we, Mayor? I'll let Marilyn say, delinquent property taxes doesn't come in every year. It's a collection thing, like I had somebody call me today, or not today, but this week, that they owed $385 they bought their house, they didn't fill out their PRE, and they didn't pay they didn't pay the rubbish tax. Back then it was $58. That $58, when the county found it 2 years later, came up to $385. They had to pay in fines and penalties and the tax.
right.
So we don't get that every year. When the county does their audit is when we get a lot of those. delinquent
What I'm
taxes.
thinking, it's because of the audit, that number's so big.
Well, the county audit, whatever they did, that's.
That's what I'm
checks we
saying.
got from the
So
county.
that's
We don't
really
get those
their
checks every
figure,
year.
that's really their figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
We don't get, most years, I think last year's delinquent taxes was, what was it? Did we do
2,000?
last year?
Yeah, we got some.
Like 2,000. This year was just really big because of whatever the county
All right,
did. We
okay,
got
so
a
it's
projection. We
because
said
of.
thank you.
A lot
Okay.
of people didn't pay their taxes.
It's like, we're gonna have another number that's gonna be out as the electric, because we're getting a $40-some thousand check, but I'm not putting that in the budget until I know I have it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Right,
that's
the
a.
telephone
thing. Yep.
Yeah. And then I'm presuming the treasurer's admin fees, that's also copiers and stuff like that. I think we talked about that.
Yeah.
Junk and blight.
Okay, that's,
Um,
I'll let you finish this one, that's about your time, this will be your last, okay, go ahead.
I just don't know how that can be enough money budgeted to get anything done. That's just my own personal opinion. Election reimbursement was doubled from the budget. It was 2,000 was budgeted, election reimbursement, and it went to 4,000.
Election
And,
reimbursement.
yeah, I'm sorry, 101-680. Election reimbursement,
It's right below the 4th of July.
it's on, I'm sorry, it's the third sheet.
Would you help me with that? sir?
Fourth item down.
Reimbursement? That one was the number you were giving me.
Because our election was reimbursed by the school.
Oh, because when you have more elections in a year, and we've had an election every cycle this year, the more elections you have, the more work you have. They've also extended, the hours that they're working and things like that, so, okay? So that's reimbursement for our work as the election that we get back from the county for holding our elections. So, all right, anybody else?
Hold on a minute.
Okay. Anyone else? No? Okay. No else for public comment?
Well, I haven't read
It
all
was
this.
public hearing.
Okay. All right. So now we will close the budget hearing at 11:16. And I need a motion to adopt the general fund amended budget.
I'll make that motion.
Second? All in favor? Aye. Okay. General fund proposed budget. I need a motion to approve that.
I'll make that motion to approve it.
Second, Nick? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
And that was to adopt that?
To adopt the general fund proposed budget for 2026, 2027. I need a motion to approve the fire fund amended budget for 25, 26.
I'll make that motion.
Second? All in favor? Opposed? Okay. The fire fund proposed budget has to wait until after the election for the millage. Ambulance fund proposed budget amendment for 25, 26. I need a motion to approve that.
I'll make the motion to approve it.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay. The ambulance fund proposed budget needs to wait until after the election also. I need a motion to approve the amended budget for the rubbish fund 25, 26.
I'll make that motion.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? None. All right, and the 2026, 2027 rubbish fund proposed budget.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Okay. So we will then, we need a motion to adjourn the budget session part of this, and then we will go into our annual meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Okay? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right. So the annual meeting, which is just the supervisor clerk kind of run this, we'll call this to order. But we meet at 11:18.
Thank you.
So, all right, so then we have our minutes from the prior year. Does anybody see any issues with those? And this is where you all get to vote. Last year, the supervisor's salary was set at 16, clerks were set at 18.8, the treasurer was set at 18.8. And I informed everybody of the Crystal Lake Veterans Memorial Project, which that ordering is closed, and we are trying to work on getting all those orders done. And then the budgets were approved. So does anybody want to make a motion to approve those?
I'll make that motion.
Anyone second?
I'll second
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
For all of you, aye. Opposed? Okay, motion passed. All right, so now we can go into the salary resolutions. Approval of the salary resolutions for the supervisor, clerk, treasurer, and trustees. And I need to get these so I can read them. So, like I said, there was no change because we made that kind of promise that we were correcting last year and not gonna do any changes this year. So the supervisor salary of $16,000, I need a motion to approve that.
So moved.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Lori.
L-O-R-I-E, Goodson.
Thank you.
Okay, opposed? Okay, then we'll move on, we'll just kind of go through these, we'll go through this is the clerk salary for 18.8. I need a motion to approve that with no change from prior year.
So moved.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay. Alright, the treasurer's salary, the same thing, 18,800 for this year, no change from the prior year. I need a motion to approve that.
So moved.
Seconded?
I'll
Alright. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay. And then the trustee's salary set at 2923.68 with no change from the prior year. I need a motion to approve that.
So moved.
I'll second.
Seconded? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Nay,
We have one nay there. Okay.
they were
Alright,
raising 5 days.
so. Alright, so we then can go on to the, well, I kinda did already the state of the township address. Beach wall's looking great. The weather did not cooperate with us this year for getting the grass, getting everything done, and having the rain as high as it is. The fishing dock I was on last night, fishing boat launch dock, it's 8 inches underwater still. And it was what, a foot out of water. Last year, people were worried they couldn't get their boat up there to dock it. So that is the beach dock, the dock at the beach is out of the water. It has a strange bounce to it, but structurally it seems okay. The problem is there are some missing boards and we do not know nails, stuff, anything that could be sharp edges. So we are, I believe, still keeping that close to the 4th, but allowing everything else to be open. There's the consensus of the board there. But like I said, the beach wall is done. And even though there was some thought that we made the beach smaller, we actually made the beach bigger by 2.5 feet all the way around. Mother Nature made the beach smaller, and I really thought we would have a dry month, but we're still getting rain, which is just shocking that we're getting this much rain. But everything else, we approved the raise in the millage, or the special assessment for trash. That seems to be going really well. It looks like we will probably have a little fund equity in that, so our approval of the amount that we raised it to should carry us through for a couple of years at least. Okay, that was our goal, that we can be a little bit heavy now, get even, and then have some balance left over for carry through another year or two before we have to do any more adjustment with that. So we have that. We are working on some other projects. We are still working. I am working with Laura Cruella. She has volunteered to help me with the aforementioned cemeteries and trying to figure a lot of that out. We are trying to figure out where everybody actually is, to where their minutes, to where their the documents don't match the actual place. And a lot of that was because of different clerks would number or read the layout wrong, incorrectly. So when they're supposed to go from the south or the northeast corner, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then come back down 5, 6, 7, 8, sometimes the southeast corner got switched. So, but we are correcting them, we are finding them, it's not a problem. We had quite a few burials this year, more than we've ever had. We kind of had a large amount of them, and we sold a few plots, which we hadn't done in a few years, which is good. The backwaters is looking really good. The docks down there, the lights on there are looking really good. I did notice that some of our dock protection probably either needs to be just repaired a little bit. Tim got the bathroom door taken care of, which consumers was very happy with. And everything else down there looks good. I had a gentleman from the paper come out and look at our township, and they're very impressed with the way our buildings, the way our structures work, the way our parks look. They're very happy with that, and they might be doing a little piece on that. And they were going to come out and take pictures of the beach wall lights and this building's lights. And they were very kind of inquisitive why we did the rope lighting, and I said, well, it's a there would be no light pollution from there, but the rope lighting gives us full, even with the blue and red colors, gives us full visual sight from the other side of the lake to that beach wall. So that's a security thing, and that's what we were asked for, to have a security thing, that there would be no, you know, hanky-panky going on that somebody mentioned. I still think that was hilarious. And then, or that it could just be for security. And I do encourage people, even though the beach is closed, take a walk down there in the evening and look at the stars and have the lights. It's kind of a very unique, kind of gives you a feeling that you don't get around here a lot. It's just nice. It's a peaceful feeling. I've been down on that dock at 11:30 at night, and it's kind of just a really neat thing. So I encourage you, if you go for a stroll down there in the evening, don't swim, beach closed to 10, but you can walk.
Can you pedal boat or go out on a canoe? As long as you don't hanky-panky.
The lake's not. Actually, I think the word that lady used years ago was fornicate. I almost lost it. It was great. It was an older lady, and it was like, we need lights down there, because, yeah, down there fornicating. I was hard for me to keep a straight face when she said that, but that was great.
Rich, can I ask you a question about the dock, of the ramp?
Yeah.
Oh, there's
No, we go right into public comment now. That's
yeah,
not what
there is, an invasive growing over there. I don't know who would be responsible for it, but it's called Phragmites. It's a very tall reed type plant that grows along with like cattails and things like that, but it will absolutely take over the shoreline, and wherever it blows on the lake, it'll establish itself. Is there any way?
Do they call that something else?
Phragmites?
Yeah, is it called something else? Like
I don't know what else it would be called.
We had somebody from the state that we paid to take care of some of that.
'Cause it's
It was
getting-
a
I mean,
small
it's-
little thing, and I think we can call them again. I'm pretty sure that's what it was, but I thought they called it something else. Does it look kind of like a corn stalk?
Kinda, yeah, when it's got the plume on top.
That was the pictures that they showed us, and they took care of a little plume of it last year.
It's like,
They had to spray foam or something on it, like, to kill
Maybe.
it. Yeah, they cut it
I'm not
down and
sure.
they killed the top of it. So, yeah, we've had
I know
somebody.
it's hard to get rid of, but it's taken over.
Okay,
So, just a thought.
we didn't notice it, and somebody from the state saw it, and then we hired them. I don't know, we paid $300 or something. It wasn't very much, because there was a grant to take care of that. I think that's the one they're talking about, because it's a pretty thick stalk.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah, because they showed me pictures of when they cut it down, it's got the stalks, and then they spray like a white creamish.
It's like
foam
trying to
on
get
it.
rid of cattails in your lake.
Yeah.
It's almost impossible, but it will take over that whole.
Okay, we'll call them, I'll see if I can find their number and see if it came
Just a
back, 'cause
thought.
I know they took care of a small area of it. May not have got it all. Yes?
Can I ask that, for the kids' fishing derby, that a porta-john be moved to that location? It was quite a haul for the kids to have to go down. Plus, that market's was the same day, the farmers, growers market.
Is there a porch on that side of the lake at all?
There's one way at the corner, I believe it's Second and Main, that one.
Okay, well, we have one on that side, 2 at the beach, and then 1 at this section of park. We only do 4 until we have the 4th of July week. That's been is there 5 there? Where's the 5th one? I thought the 5th one was just over here at the transfer station. Do we have 5?
No, there's 4 on the lake.
I mean, we can have it set closer to the basketball court next year and not put it at
I
that little park.
appreciate that. Thank you.
I
Yeah.
always thought it was by the basketball court, maybe it just
No,
got
I mean,
set.
the growers market people too, they have to walk all the way to the corner.
I don't know why that one was set at the corner. It might just be new people that said it, but I always thought there was one close to the basketball court, so we can try to rectify that
I
for
think
next year.
there is one on that
Did they
one
move it?
street. Yeah, it's when you go down, cause you walk over the basketball courts.
Maybe it's over there.
Yeah, it's green. I had to use it one time.
Anybody else? No? All right. Well, that's it. We can adjourn the meeting. I need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion. I'll second it.
Okay, thank you all for coming.
Second it?
Bye.
11:30.
See you.